back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. April is National Donate Life Month, and it's a reminder to us all that we have the ability to give the gift of life by becoming an organ, tissue, and eye donor, and encourage others to do the same. My next guests, they're true examples of how organ and tissue donation truly does save lives. I'm happy to be joined by Amos Beeman and Bill Simmons, who are both organ transplant recipients. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both for being here. And we always hear about the great need for individuals to sign up to be organ donors, but it's not every day that we get to hear from individuals who actually benefited from organ donation. It's a blessing to have you here today. So I want to give you both an opportunity to share your story. So we'll start with you, Mr. Beeman. Tell us when you first realized that something was going wrong with your health and that you were going to need a transplant.
April of 2011, I went to St. Mary's, Columbus St. Mary's for a checkup, and I couldn't breathe. They told me that I had bronchitis. Mm-hmm. That was Easter Sunday.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
On a Thursday, my legs swole, my chest and legs swole, so I goes back to my private doctor, and he told me I was having heart failure.
Wow.
So I stayed in the hospital about 4 days for that. They let me come home, and it started getting worse. So I went to Freighter, and they started doing a lot of tests. At the meantime, all the tests they was doing was working, but they told me what I had, it was called amyloid. It's a rare disease. So they had to transfer all of my medical records to St. Luke's, and they'll start working on getting me a transplant.
Wow, so you were not only in need of a heart transplant, you needed a liver as well. So you were put on a list for a double transplant.
A double transplant.
Wow, we'll talk about that in just a little, but if you would, Mr. Simmons, share your story. You received a heart.
Correct.
And so any signs leading up that you would be going on that journey of needing a transplant?
My journey was quite long, actually. Mine started in 1999.
Wow.
And I was a runner. I was probably 50 pounds lighter. I ran 6 miles a day. I ran 6-minute miles, low 5-minute miles in my 40s. And was working at a building I had just purchased and collapsed at the top of the stairs. And like most guys, took myself to the ER. And so they're calling 911, which is very stupid, by the way. They said, passed most of the tests because I was in pretty good shape. My doctor called and said, you know, it sounds too much like a heart problem. Humor me, spend the night and have a heart cath. The next morning, I had the cath. The doctor came back in. I'll never forget this. He said, well, Bill, he said, you're screwed, his words. He said, you have 5 blockages, all of them close to 100%. You need heart surgery like now. I had the heart surgery, everything went well. Flash forward about 10 years, started having heart attacks. I'd had 7 heart attacks. I'd had 2 open heart surgeries, 2 quadruples, more angios and stents than I could count. I was on 5 to 8 nitros a day for chest pain. Finally, they said the only thing left is a heart transplant. So I was listed for a heart transplant in 2010.
That blows me away. The both of you are truly miracles and really testaments to how important this conversation is. Wow, thank you for sharing your stories. So, I mean, anyone would assume that it is extremely hard to already not feel well, but to know that you're on a list to get an organ or 2 organs, not knowing how long that process is going to be. What goes through your mind?
You start off being scared, and then you get to the point that what's going to be is going to be. My doctors called me in and told my wife and I need a double transplant. So we always joke around all the time. So we start smiling. And the doctor looked at us like, what is wrong with you all?
Yeah, what's funny?
It's what's wrong with you? I just told you got to have a double transplant.
Yeah.
So we smiled. And from that day up until now, they put me on the donors list. And by me being so weak and everything, they put me always to the top. So in the process, I only had to wait from January to June of the same year to
That's
get
a
a
blessing.
transplant.
A blessing, right.
That's a miracle.
Yes, because we just had Representative Myers here, and
Right.
she's been on the waiting list like 5 years, right? Since I
Wow.
believe she said.
Right.
So you waited how long for a heart?
I was listed 2010. I waited a year and 11 months. And
So yeah, it sounds
just
like
short of 2 years.
a lot
It is
to
a
go
lot.
through. Yeah, and
Yes.
so once you guys found out that they had found a match and they called you and let you know, I can't imagine what goes through your mind then.
Can I tell the story?
Go right ahead. That is why you're here.
It's funny. They called me. My grandson was working at Summerfest. So I'm driving. So I'm gonna pull over and ask the police. They escort me to the hospital. The guy said, just go around the corner, go into the hospital. I was thinking by me saying I need a transplant that he was gonna take his time and take me there. So I drove myself there. My wife and I laughed about it. She said, you wasn't slumped over the wheel. You was driving, so how you expect for this guy to stop his job just to take you to St. Luke's?
He just had no idea. I think that you were one of those people that nobody would know looking at you what
That
you were
was
going
it.
through.
That was
Yeah,
it.
didn't look like
It
what
didn't
you were
look
going
like it.
through. That's true.
That's
Wow.
the way it looked now. It's hard to convince people that I went through all of that.
Yeah, both of you are just picture of health, and I
Yes.
think that says so much. Before we run out of time, I met you both because
Right.
you're volunteers for
Right.
Versity, which is a Donate Life organization. You spread awareness, and why is it important for you to take your personal stories and share them with people all over, not just in Milwaukee, I'm assuming. Do you work all over the state of Wisconsin?
I don't work all those state of Wisconsin, but when I go on vacation, I promote being organ donors.
My wife and I do. We're speakers. We speak around the state, obviously advocating, educating for organ donation. So we do travel, and actually I've been honored with speaking at the governor's mansion this summer for organ donation, which is quite a
Yeah, that is
honor to me.
Yes,
I'm thrilled
that
about
is
it, so.
awesome. And I definitely want to make sure we give information on how someone can register to be a donor. You can go to your local DMV, you can register online or by mail. Get all the information at donatelifewisconsin.org. And real quick, what I want you guys to do as we wrap up this segment is tell someone who's watching at home how being an organ donor can really change lives. I mean, I think just us looking at you right now and being able to tell your story is a true example and testament, but just how they have the ability to really make a difference.
First, you have to make sure you sign up when you get your driving license to get the dot on your driving license. And after, people don't know, after you become a recipient of an organ, life is different. It is not the same in no way or form. You look at life different. You always try to be happy and enjoy life and try to get people to be organ donors. But it's hard getting people to be organ donors.
It is hard.
It is hard.
And that's why we are here talking about this
Right.
today. And what I've noticed about you, Mr. Amos, is that everything's funny to you. You said you got to try to be happy, and that's a great thing for
You
people
gotta
to
try
take
to
away
be.
from
Yes,
today's show.
yes,
Don't
yes,
take anything for
yes.
granted.
No,
and
you don't.
finally,
Thank you.
What's ironic, you were talking before about how good he looks and stuff. And when I was first diagnosed, I was in very good shape and always looked pretty good, really. And my wife had a shirt made that said, "I don't look like my chart." Because people would say, "Really? You've had this and this
Yeah.
and this?"
Yes.
Again, I've seen a granddaughter born that I never would have seen. I've gone to a granddaughter dance with my granddaughter. We danced the whole night. She said we were the best there, which I'm sure we were. Before, I never would have made it to the dance, much less danced all night.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of stuff I couldn't do. you know, it's a challenge. I mean, the medications we take, and there's a lot of side effects that we deal with, but
Yes.
it's a wonderful trade-off for what we have. It's a
For life itself.
It's a
yes.
wonderful gift, and you know, people, you know, my wife, when she speaks, she says, you know, think of if your mother needed a transplant, or your sister needed a transplant, or your child, or your best friend, would you want someone to sign that driver's license? Absolutely, you would.
Absolutely.
So-
Thank you both
Thank you.
for being here and sharing your stories
Thank you
today.
so much.
And
Appreciate it.
continued great health. Amos Beeman and Bill Simmons, they're both organ transplant recipients and volunteers for Versity, a Donate Life organization. Keep in mind the Cream City 5K Walk Run, sponsored by Versity. That's on Saturday, April 27th at Greenfield Park in West Dallas. For more information, you can go to creamcity5k.org. And then the following weekend, it's the Derby Dash on May 4th to support the National Kidney Foundation. That's at Whitnell Park at 9 a.m. For more on that, go to kidneywi.org. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we'll meet a mom who spends a lot of her spare time helping spread the word about the importance of organ, tissue, and eye donation. We'll also find out about a special event that she's doing. We'll find out more about it right after this.